my world. I want you in my world. Your beginnings have ends, and each have been tied. There's things that you like, never will try, and you'll do your set.
Well, hello, mate. Welcome back to the Shaping Bay, and what I've got here at the moment is our primitive surf blob model. We've had this one in the range for a few months, and if you have a look at it, the main difference with this is how short it is. Now, the only thing that even is remotely similar to this model is your retro fish that's really thick, the old twin fin style models. The blob is designed for really small mushy days, and that's when it goes best. It's not going to be a board that you'd have the only one in your quiver. It's definitely something that's going to sort of just be for those days where it's up to this big, and it's especially good in point break waves and waves where it's a little bit fuller and a little bit fatter, especially if you've got a link sections and get through some funny parts. I've actually ridden the 5'6" model a couple of times in beach breaks. And then when I got one day in waves of shoulder high on a point break for 100 metres, it was just had the time of my life. So it's really what they're designed for. They're really flat, so no rocker in them at all. Really flat deck, drop down rails. And then the main thing with the difference between these and your retro fish with the big swallowtails is that big, wide, round tail, really wide tail. And they just get on waves so easy. For me to be riding a 5'6", and a lot of the other guys I think around 80 kilograms are riding the 5'2" or the 5'4". You have to ride as a quad fin, and it just gets unbelievable speed down the line. Wouldn't work as a thruster setup. So every one of these are a shape, put the quad fin in it. This one's got the carbon fibre of the rails around it, just to strengthen up those rails and prevent snapping. Another thing with the blob model that we found over the last month, I'd say, is that it is actually good for kids as well. So if you've got kids in between the ages of probably about 6 and 12 maybe, it's a really short board, so it's easy for the kids because they normally want to ride a shorter board, just easier for them to carry and get around. It's actually good for kids that are learning. If there's two boards in the range, in our primitive surf range, that I'd say good for those kids, it would be the Blackbird with the width, the wide nose and the swallowtail. But this has also got all that width and all that buoyancy, and it can actually get on the waves really easy. And yeah, my little fella just turned 8, Sasha, and he had absolute blast on the blob model in January, and we went away for holiday. So that's a good indicator. There's a couple other kids that we had there as well, and they just loved the blob model. So good for those kids that learning need the wider board. I'll just show you as well how much concave's in this thing. Again, it's for speed, quad fin for set up for speed. And I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera angle, but there's a really big double concave through the fins, led in from a single concave from the entry point. Summer, small waves, mushy, this board will get you in the water when you won't be in the water. There's days I've had guys that have bought these boards off me and I've shaped them for them and they've just gone, Craig, I'm surfing days when I just would not have been surfing. So this is the one that's going to get you on those 1 foot days when the northerly's up, it's in summer and it's just hot and you just would rather just, you know, you'd be swimming, you wouldn't be riding your shortboard, that's for sure. That's the days this is going to get you in the water.